As the weeks went by, I started to get my bearings at the new school, but something of a hangover began to emerge from the old one. I would take in a bag of salt and vinegar crisps each day for my morning break nibbles, sitting quietly on the playground wall eating them and chatting with some of the other lads in my year. One morning, a boy who was a couple of years above me and had been at the primary school too, before thankfully leaving for this school, sauntered over and said, "Give us a crisp," before stuffing his hand in the bag, grabbing a fistful and then pushing me backwards over off the wall. I got to my feet and he fronted up to me, shoving his chest in my face. "What are you going to do, weasel?" All the other lads mouted away. He was right. What was I going to do? I went to swing at him, but he just stepped back, then held his hand on my forehead, his longer reach keeping me from landing a blow. He then shoved me back over on my backside, leaned down and said, "Same time tomorrow then." Sure enough, he tracked me down next day, grabbed my crisps, the whole bag this time, and walked off laughing. This continued for weeks. Mum started giving me two bags to take each day, so once he nicked the first, I just opened another. His targeting of me was down to a previous unpleasant incident just before the summer holidays that year. As leavers, the primary school organised an end of term disco just for our year, and I asked a pretty girl in my class if she would like to come with me. She wouldn't give an answer, one way or the other, despite my asking a couple more times. In the end, I went with another girl and thought no more of it. A week later, during the holidays, she came up to me in the town and apologised, saying sorry for not going with me, and would I like to meet her and her friend later down on the ham next to the river. I agreed and went along with my neighbour Jamie. We turned up on our push bikes, but couldn't see anyone, so were about to ride off when she came from behind a pile of hay bales, the field having been mown for hay earlier in the week. "Over here," she shouted. I moved towards her, and two much bigger lads came up behind me from the blind side of another stack. Jamie, seeing what was happening, pedalled off as fast as he could, but I was surrounded. Turned out the lad, who later ended up pinching my crisps, was going out with this girl, unbeknown to me when I asked her out, and he had taken exception. He punched me in the stomach, winding me. Then he and his mate rained kicks and punches down whilst I was on the deck. I was dragged in a headlock across the newly mown field, stubble tearing my t-shirt and ripping into my back, until by the river bank they threatened to throw me in. I couldn't swim then, and begged to be left alone, only being saved from what could have been a lethal dunking by a passing dog walker. I staggered to my feet, pushing my bike, now with bent wheels after they had jumped all over them, back through the town and round to the old factory where my mum had her antiques business, along with Jamie's parents, to get patched up. Hello. If you've enjoyed my autobiographical short story from the book And Your Point Is, please subscribe to my channel and also share. It really is very much appreciated. Thank you. Take care.